The name for this topic, The Wisdom of Crowds, came from a book of that name by James Surowiecki. In that, he talks about collective wisdom and how that can work to solve problems. Although I'm not going to have you read that book for this class, if you haven't read it, I think you'd find it interesting. But what I did find was an interview with Mr. Surowiecki that summarizes some of the key points in his book. But first, as you read the text, you'll see that there are some very specific things that you need to be thinking about when you want to build a collaborative community. The text goes through some of the major elements of community building, but a big key, a big change from what we're used to in most of our backgrounds is this notion of open and shared leadership, of setting up our processes to support active citizens and encourage active citizenship rather than just accepting people who come to our public hearings and figure those are the only ones that care. So the text will talk about that and how to develop methods to encourage and to support citizen involvement. And then we'll get to the interview. When you read that, you'll see what Mr. Surowiecki, talks about in terms of under what circumstances groups make good decisions. How the wisdom of crowds relates to the experience of the experts. And I think an important thing is his discussion on consensus. But I think one thing I'd just like to mention, in that article, when he's talking about 4 key qualities that make a crowd smart, the first one is that it needs to be diverse. In building this diversity and learning how to encourage diversity is what we're going to be looking at as we move forward with some of our future topics.